how does it feel? How does it feel to be the teacher supervisor for these amazing students who join you? And we had Kiara, we had Rhea, and also Daniela, right? Our 3 grade 12 students. So how does it feel?
Proud to have such talented students. It feels proud and very fulfilling as a teacher because they were intelligent enough. I did not have to explain much. I just told them in the instructions. I just told them something, and from that little they understood more and they contributed further. So it actually is a very rewarding to work with such students.
Okay, hello everyone. Welcome back again into BINUS School Education section in BINUS Podcast. Hi again, my name is Trixie and I am here with Dr. Savita Sandi. Hi, Miss Savita. We usually call her Miss Savita, and she happens to be the MYP mathematics teacher from BINUS School Simpric, as well as the teacher supervisor for the ICAM conference. How's it going, Miss Savita?
Thank you for inviting us. And so this time I'm here to celebrate the success of my students, how beautifully they presented at ICAM. So if you remember last year, I was here when we had published a research finding of ours when we compared COVID. We tried to find the reliable vocal correlates for COVID, and we published that in a Q1 journal. This time, we did the study wherein we analyzed the voice samples for exhaustion, which were applicable to the well-being of aviation pilots. And we submitted this for an international conference, which is ICAM, as you just said. Like it's an international conference of aerospace medicine. And so we had been to Paris and we presented our research findings. So it was an oral presentation, which was a big achievement for my students. So we are here to just talk about that.
Congratulations on that, Miss Avita. Well, let me reiterate, you guys, it is ICAM, which is International Conference of Aerospace Medicine 2022 that happened in Paris,
Yes.
right? And then you guys brought a research study that's called Effect of Physical Exhaustion on Basic Parameters of Voice. Now, Miss Avita, this is a very interesting topic. Like, instead of looking at someone and tell them you're exhausted, or we say you're tired, now you're saying that we can actually know that someone is exhausted by their voice.
Yeah.
So obviously it's very interesting, like I said, and outstanding. But why did you choose this topic?
Okay, so actually I study voice for over the past 10-12 years, and I have been analyzing voice under different situations, be it psychological stress, environmental conditions, physiological parameters, all that. So I have been exploring it under all those domains, and I also wanted to see if I can actually find a reliable or a potential indicator in voice just to find out if a person is exhausted. What happens is, like in case of aviation, where the pilots are on a long haul flight, they tend to get fatigued because of excessive work hours, and there may be other parameters. They can be like psychological parameters. They may have other stress factors as well, which would actually contribute to his well-being. So, we just thought of instead of analyzing his well-being before he takes off the flight, we thought of why not having a non-invasive, non-contact voice scan, which can just read his physical health before he takes off the flight, because along with him, the life of other passengers who are on board is also at risk if he is not in his perfect mental well-being. So that was a thing. So I just, as I said, I study voice. I'm just trying to find everything, how voice can signal between the physiological and psychological parameters. And if I can find a reliable parameter, I intend to make a tool which can be used through the Internet of Things, and it will just keep listening to your voice and compare it with the already existing baseline and alert a signal as and when a person goes through some kind of stress, mental stress, physical stress, exhaustion, fatigue, hypoxia, be it the various conditions. So that's my aim. Therefore, I'm just taking up little studies at a time and trying to investigate voice.
Outstanding. It's very, very interesting. I actually want to know if you ever launch this app or this tool. I want to perhaps use that too, to actually, because sometimes people don't even know or they don't even want to admit if they're tired, right? But by having this kind of tool that'll be able to detect if someone is exhausted or not, I think that'll be very helpful and it'll save life essentially, right?
Definitely.
Especially for pilots too. We see a lot of accidents. I mean, knock on wood, let's not have more of that. But we see a lot of that. And I think this would be something that would be very outstanding to have in the future, right? So great on that. Kudos to you. Well, you in ICAM 2022, you were the teacher supervisor, right? So how does it feel? How does it feel to be the teacher supervisor for these amazing students who join you? And we had Kiara, we had Rhea, and also Daniela, right? Our 3 grade 12 students. So how does it feel?
Proud to have such talented students. It feels proud and very fulfilling as a teacher because they were intelligent enough. I did not have to explain much. I just told them in the instructions. I just told them something, and from that little they understood more and they contributed further. So it actually is a very rewarding to work with such students. I look forward to working again.
Well, if we were to move back just slightly a bit, Miss Avita, how did it all start?
Okay, so as we just discussed about, like after our COVID paper, after it was published, I wanted to start with another study. So I thought of, starting something. So I started with analyzing asthma and comparing with the spirometry. That's when I launched this new study, and I discussed with Mr. Peter. He uploaded on our news website. And that's when I started getting interest this thing from students. They all joined me. We started working and we are still working on that. So that's an ongoing project where these 3 students are there with me. But then that is taking a little while, and therefore in between I thought of, taking another study on exhaustion, and I asked them, they were ready to join in that also. So they joined me on this analysis of exhaustion and fatigue. And then I saw an opportunity that there was a conference coming up. So actually, after I saw the dedication and commitment of these girls, I thought of giving them something which was equivalent to their input. And, visiting the conference and presenting it before the scientific community is a different experience. When you upload a paper on the journal, we get the comments and then we work on that again and we try to refine, and that's one part of the experience. But when you go into the conference and you present it before the research community and you have interactions after that, when people drop in and they express their interest to work with you in future, or they actually share some ideas with you, that is more rewarding. And because these students are going to join university next year, so I thought this will be a stepping stone for them. They told me that they're interested to study research. They want to do research in the university. So I thought, why not, use this conference as a stepping stone where they can actually make connections with the researchers. Because it was an aerospace medicine conference wherein we had researchers from NASA, FAA, universities like Stanford, MIT, Texas, and all big universities. So they got contacts with professors which they can actually connect back while they are in the university to pursue their studies if they want to take up research again. So that was an idea, and it came to me only after seeing how dedicated and consistent in the work they were. So I just wanted to give them something.
And not to forget their grade 12 students, who are the busiest students in the school, right? You know, talking about university, talking about what they want to be, where they want to go, and all of the exams, right? And in BINUS School Simprik, it's an IB school, so they were doing bunch of these IBDP things, and they're still committed to do this.
And they never said no. Whenever I asked them, "Hey girls, are you free? Can we sit down? Can we work?" And they were yes. So they would come, they would do, and the entire month of June, they were with me. Besides, it was their vacation. They kept connected with me. We analyzed the voice samples. We did everything. So hats off to them. The commitment, and every time I used to assign them the task, it was never like there was some comment, there were mistakes or something. It was always flawless. So that was the focus. That was their, dedication to do something.
And I heard they were the only high school students that
Yeah.
attended the ICAM.
That's true.
How proud would that? I'm so proud to hear that, even,
Yeah.
So, folks, remember, fostering and empowering, it is the BINUS Group mission, or vision, I should say, which is fostering and empowering society and building and serving the nation. Now, we know that this research is fostering and empowering through our students, but not to forget that fostering and empowering can also come from the teacher herself. And that's you, which is amazing. And we thank you for always encouraging this fostering and empowering that can start literally not just from the students only, but also from the teachers, from the community around. So this is one of the how would I say it? This is the real thing. And it is fostering and empowering from educators like you. So I want to know, what's your bigger vision, Miss Avita?
See, I am a teacher, and my job or my role will be accomplished. I will be satisfied if I happen to motivate even one student into research which comes up for the well-being of the society. The final objective is that we can contribute something for the society. So I'm on my journey. I'm trying to, whoever I meet, I try to, give them something, because I have got this from my professors. So along the journey, whatever I have acquired, I'm just trying to distribute. And no one knows, one fine day, as they said that they want to do research, they may join somebody and they can also be doing something much higher, much bigger. Obviously, they are talented students, and they will definitely do something much bigger with the platform that they will get. And if one day they come back to Indonesia or even wherever they are and they do something, I will be the most happiest person, because that will be something that will come back to me,
that you happen to be there during all those journey, right?
Yes.
That's amazing. Okay, I have one last question before we invite the students here. I have one fun question for you. Why research? What about research that you love about? What's going on in here?
Why research? As I said, that is the only thing that interests me. And my objective is that I want to do something. As I said, I want to make a tool which can analyze, a person's well-being. For example, some people have high blood pressure, and the body has got accustomed to that they don't even realize that the blood pressure has shooted. My mother herself, her blood pressure shoots, and at times she doesn't know, and it's very dangerous. There can be other people whose other health parameters are going beyond the range, and they may not be aware because of the work pressure or other stress of life. So I just feel that if we can devise something which is continuously monitoring them, and an alarm can be raised if they cross the baseline. And I was just talking to my students that in future, if that thing can be connected with their doctor, whoever you keep visiting, the doctor can actually get a notification that, oh, this person is, the physiological parameters are crossing the baseline. So immediately they can be alerted, and the medicine can be prescribed or changed. Because this time there is so much of stress, everybody is going through work pressure stress, social stress, stress from the society, family. So it's very important to come up with something which helps their well-being. So that is my objective. I don't know how much I can do. I don't know in which direction I have to go, but then I have taken the first step, and that's where I want to do. I want to reach.
So it's a passion to innovate.
Yes.
It's a passion to help. That's pretty amazing.
That is
Miss
what
Savita.
our BINUS logo is.
Yeah.
People, innovation, excellence.
Yeah. Wow, she's such a Venusian, you guys. Well, Miss Savita, thank you for talking to me in this bit section. So now, folks, we want to hear also from the students and how they are into this goodness of research. So we'll be back very shortly. Welcome back, everyone. Now I'm with the 3 grade 12 ladies. Ladies, yes, all ladies. So these amazing students are the one that I talked about with Miss Savita earlier, who went to ICAM, right? Yeah. Who went to ICAM and presented the research that you guys had or did with Miss Savita. Okay, before we start, I want you guys to please introduce yourself to the camera, right? So maybe we can start with you. So just say your name, your hobby. Just kidding. Just do a basic introduction. Go ahead.
Hi, my name is Danny or Daniela, and I'm a 12th grader from middle school.
Hi, I'm Rhea. I'm also in 12th grade at BINUS School. Hi, I'm Kiara, and I'm also at 12th grade.
Okay, all these 3 students are grade 12 students from BINUS School Simpruk. So you guys, how long did you guys do this research for? How long was it?
We started in June,
Okay.
and we presented in September.
June. Okay, that's not even a year, by the way, girls. So that's pretty amazing. But you guys were already in grade 12 when you did this project. Grade 12 is the busiest year of all time for high schoolers or for any students, essentially, right? How did you manage your time?
Honestly, I think a few of us were reluctant at first to even go ahead with the presentation because it would require us to miss our exams, which are very important. We need to do our exams. But I think because the support of the school was able to reschedule our exams, and they really supported us in that way. So I think it kind of just made us more relaxed in a sense, and the burden wasn't as bad if they at least extended our deadline.
Yeah. So the school actually provided you guys all of the resources for you guys to be able to finish this research, right? Okay. Well, I have just curiosity. How does it feel to be involved in a research? One. Second one, how does it feel to be in Paris for a research? And 3, you guys can pick which one you want to answer. And 3, how does it feel to be the only high school students that did this? Because as far as I know, only students from master's program do all of this, master's program or beyond even, to do this research. And now you guys are high schoolers. How old are you guys?
17.
17, right? Barely 17, right? So you guys are high school students and you did this amazing things, big things. So who wants to answer the first question?
It was a great opportunity, honestly, because I am one of the students Ms. Savita mentioned who wants to go into research.
Okay.
So I got first-hand experience on what it's like to be in research, dedicate time and all that. So it was not only a great experience, but also I think it further solidified the fact that I want to go into research and continue doing all this.
Okay. So that's amazing, right? I mean, okay, I'll ask the next question later on. So I have the second question. How does it feel to be in Paris for research? Who wants to answer that? You want to? How does it feel? Yeah. Kiara.
I mean, it's great because I've never gone to another country for, a conference. I've never been to any conference. So going to Paris for a conference was amazing experience, and also to meet basically professionals from all over the world was great.
From NASA too, right? Who else were there? Miss Avita mentioned it earlier.
Stanford, MIT kids.
Yeah, we met people from like Poland.
Don't even say kids.
Yeah.
Wow, and those are
Professors. And
they were way older than you guys, right? Okay, well now that comes to our third question. How does it feel to be the only high school student?
I mean, it was intimidating because I'm pretty sure everybody looked at us and were like, "What are these little tiny people doing?"
With uniform.
Uniforms. Like, I think after our presentation, one of the professionals, they came up to us and was like, when you came up like with your little blazers and your uniforms, you thought it was a school performance. So we were like, we knew we were going in there like as like nobodies. We were nobodies, and we were scared. We're going to be a little bit undermined, but it was a great experience. And after our presentation, it was so fulfilling to see people really acknowledge our quality, our work, instead of just like our age and all of that.
Yeah, how were the feedbacks when after you guys did the presentation?
It was so positive. We didn't expect so many people to come up to us afterwards, telling us like what a great job we did and how they were actually really interested in the field we were working in and how they wanted to work with us also. So like it was really rewarding to have all those people like come up to us. Yeah.
And there was also another. There were two other professors, and they actually invited us to another conference, only for high schoolers in the U.S.
For next year.
Wow, are you guys planning to go?
Well, it's in May.
It's during the biggest exams that we need to take. So.
Oops, maybe we can ask Mr. Isaac another exception for this, maybe. Oh my God! Well, that's amazing. I'm glad that it went great and how positive it was. But can you guys tell me what's the research about? What did you guys do in the research?
Well, basically we collected, Miss Savita collected voice samples.
Okay.
And we extracted a total of 19 parameters. And whichever ones we found significant, we identified them, and we're going to use those parameters in the application to detect fatigue.
And us three specifically, we did the statistical analysis. So Miss Savita had already had not the data, but the samples, and we just extracted it and then analyzed it using a software, and then it kind of went on from there. So
cool. So what's the hypothesis? Or not the hypothesis, what's the conclusion then?
We did find some significant parameters, mainly like jitter, shimmer, and what was it?
fundamental, frequency,
mean energy intensity. Yeah. So those could be used as in the software.
Okay, to detect exhaustion. Okay, and you guys did this for the pilots, right, in the ICAM conference. So then now they're probably just waiting when the app is gonna come out and they can use it for the pilots, maybe, perhaps. Okay, well, cool. Well, why didn't you guys ask for my sample? I'm kidding. So what samples did you take? So what kind of samples that you guys gathered?
We gathered it from the gym. So we spoke with the manager, if I'm not mistaken, and we asked them to switch off the fans and the air conditioning to reduce background noise. And then we used a voice recorder and a mobile phone. And we asked the volunteers to run on a treadmill at an incline at speeds of 10 miles per hour for male subjects and 8 miles per hour for female subjects until they experience complete exhaustion.
How long did it take you guys to get all of those samples?
We didn't.
Miss Savita would.
You guys were processing
We were the
the
ones
samples. So what tools did you guys use for that?
It was all just computer softwares, really.
Like SPSS and things like that?
And Pratt to extract the parameters.
How did you learn all of these softwares? The things that I just learned when I'm in college. How did you learn it?
Well, for Pratt, Miss told us how to use it. And for SPSS, we just watched a bunch of YouTube videos.
Is that how you guys learned it too? By YouTube?
Kiara learned it first, and then she taught she taught me, she taught us how to do it. So, yeah.
How did you just started it by YouTube?
Yeah, well, Miss also like explained something. Then I just like.
Even for SPSS too? Isn't it too complicated? I'm just now very confused. Like, isn't it too complicated?
I mean, it makes sense. Yeah. if you already like know how to do it, then it's not that hard.
Wow, no. I still don't really like SPSS because I actually use it for my master's thesis too, right? So I'm still learning. So how far did you learn that from YouTube? Like literally from scratch, or like you heard something from Miss Avita and then you just looked it up?
Yeah, Miss Savita, like, well, first she told me to like watch some videos to like kind of get introduced to the software, and then after that she explained it. But yeah, she explained it. Then I watched more videos to make sure I get it right.
So you were the first one that learned it, and then you taught Daniela and Rhea on how to use it. I don't know how she does it, really. No, I still don't like it. I still don't. It's very confusing because, you know, if we know SPSS, they have like bunch of little things that you have to fill it out, and then you have to run it through, and then if you're missing one or the other, it won't run, and it gets you all flustered and stressed out. Did you all go through that, or were you born genius and through that?
It was tedious work, I'd say.
Yeah.
It's very detailed. You have to pay attention to what you're doing. But we only had to do it once, so it wasn't too bad on us.
Okay. Well, how many hours did you guys spend on this research every day? You must have spent time after school, weekends, holiday, like Miss Avita said earlier, right? So why are you so passionate into this? I guess that's really where my question is going.
Well, in terms of the actual like research part, like I don't think it took us that much time because we did it over the summer break, so it didn't really disturb our school as much. But preparing for the presentation itself, we had to meet up quite often after school, every single week, at least like twice, I'd say. So, yeah, we did meet quite a bit to prepare for the presentation.
But that's a lot of work for you guys to go through too, right? And I guess it's something that's, you guys are really passionate about this too, and you guys get this excitement to do this research as well, I bet, right? Okay, well, now put that aside. I want to know something fun from you guys. So what did you guys do in Paris aside from this conference? What did you guys do?
Well, we went sightseeing.
Okay.
We went to all the scenic spots.
Okay.
Saw the Eiffel Tower. Went on a cruise, everything. And when we landed, we all decided to make a checklist of all stereotypes.
Really?
We were just looking.
So what did you find? I want to know your checklist.
There was one person carrying a baguette. So that was the first one. What else was there?
Road rage.
The road rage, yeah. So it wasn't although we went for the purpose of attending and presenting our work, we did have fun and like explored and enjoyed.
Okay. Did you guys go cafe hopping and be... how many cafes did you go?
Like two, three, considering the fact that we were there for 5 days. Like
You guys were there for 5 days, and then the conference were
3 days.
3 days.
Yeah.
So you had kind of one day to like some leisure time, because the other day you or your first day you just got there and you probably got all tired up and stuff.
Oh no, the first day we went out.
Sorry about that. Okay, well I guess I don't know anything.
No time to waste.
Well, okay, well that's so much fun. Now I just have one other question for each one of you. What's your hope for this research that you guys did? And this is something that's very, we're proud to say that this is something fostering and empowering, right? So what's your hope towards this research for each one of you? And how do you see yourself in fostering and empowering in the future? Can you, maybe it starts with you, Daniela.
Well, I remember when I first got into the research, when I first joined Miss Avita's group of students for the asthma research, I asked her why do you do this? Like, why? What was your motivation? And then she had said that, first of all, I'm passionate about research, and then she told me about the device and the tool aspect, how that could help so many people. And I think my hope for the project, or for the research, for any other research coming in the future, is just that we reach that goal, and that we do indeed help other people along the way. And in terms of where I see myself in fostering and empowering, like, I guess when I see fostering and empowering, it's more of just making sure people do the best that they can in what they're good at, and really hone their skills and focus on being the best versions of themselves. And if this research is able to do that for any aspiring researcher, I feel like that's fostering and empowering enough. So, yeah.
What about you, Rhea?
For me, I really do hope the application not only is successfully completed, but it's also implemented not only for the pilots, but also in everyday life, so that we can have an impact, and make an impact on every single individual, not only in Indonesia, but also the whole world, if possible. That is like, yeah. As for fostering and empowering, for me, that is mostly like by having such achievements or achieving such things, I'm able to inspire others and say that if I can do it, you can do it too. There's nothing really stopping you. So, yeah.
What about you?
I also hope that the app will actually get made, and also that I hope that it will be extended. It can be extended to like Miss said, she wanted to extend it to like mental fatigue, and also like vocal cords, so it can detect like fatigue as a whole, not only physical. And yeah, and that it will be used to actually help the population. And fostering and empowering is, well, I guess it's just like making an impact to the community in whatever you do. And yeah, I guess that's it.
Making an impact, so being impactful to help others, to inspire others. That's what you guys see fostering and empowering is all about. Okay, I promise you this is one last question. I'm sorry, it just popped up. What is you guys' passion, and what are you looking at? Like, which university you want to go to? Okay. Everyone must be curious about that. What's yours?
Well, first, for universities, I'm looking all over.
Okay.
But the main goal is somewhere in the UK, maybe.
Okay.
But again, we're looking at all kinds of different countries, whatever opportunity arises. And in terms of my passions, I really like medicine and just the health sector in general. That's what drew me into this research in the first place. So probably continuing that in university, and specifically, there's so much about it that's so interesting. So I don't think I can say. So
What about you, Rhea?
For me, again, after seeing Paris, I want to go study in Europe somewhere. Again, I'm also looking at the UK.
Okay.
And for what was the second question?
what your passions?
Oh, passions, sorry. For my passions, as I said before, research. And that's mainly because I want to know the unknown.
No. Oh, okay. Quoted by Rhea today, y'all. Okay. Research about scientific research. Cool. What about you, Kiara?
I'm applying to the US,
Okay.
and I'm probably going into something in maths or sciences.
She's really good in her math. It's crazy. I am seeing all of her math achievements, and it's like, what do you do when you're daydreaming? You know, like doing calculations? What do you do? Oh my god, no! Please don't. We want to know about your, the place you go to on the weekends. Not math, please. Well, Well, anyway, guys, so that's it for today's session. So what we can conclude for today is that fostering, empowering, and impactful, the power to inspire others, the power to make a difference, the power to innovate, right, is something that drew these students to do what they're doing, right, or what they did and what they will be doing. And in this section, we're talking about the research. It's called Effect of Physical Exhaustion on Basic Parameters of Voice. Doing this research let you to inspire others, let you to make a difference for others, let you to be the best version of yourself, and challenging yourself to go the extra mile and do the things that no high school students ever did, or kinda, right? Your sister didn't. We're very proud of them. We are delighted that we get to see these amazing students, along with the teacher, Miss Javita, as well, to open up the door and have this opportunity for them. It's almost once in a lifetime opportunity too for you guys, right? Very unique. So we would like to congratulate them, congratulate Miss Javita as well. Congrats, guys, for achieving this much, and we hope that you keep you keep inspiring others, you keep fostering and empowering for your surrounding, as simple as that. And maybe one day you'll be able to make a difference for everyone in this world as well. Yay! Okay, well, thank you guys for visiting us, and thank you all for watching. We hope to see you in our next episode. Bye-bye!